Rosemary, welcome to the group. Let me see who else is going to come and join us. Oh, I like your hair today. It's beautiful, beautiful. How's everyone doing? Rosemary, you good? Everyone is you. Nikki's probably on another event.
Sorry, I'm doing multiple things here, so I apologize. I started to talk and it was on mute.
You and all of us.
Good morning, everyone.
You and all of us, Nikki, me, we've been like, it's been a different kind of day, right, Nikki? And we're just waiting for Amanda to come and join us. And so it is a noon hour, our usual APLGO hour. So this is the place where we get to share. Who else has some? Actually, this one's my new favorite one now because it's got a lot of the colors. See, these all come in beautiful colors. And of course, my background is the skincare. For those of you who live in the US and some other parts of Europe, you all get the skincare. In Canada, it hasn't arrived yet, but it will. And you can always go to the US, order some like I do, and bring some back, which is how I get my skincare. You know, sometimes you got to get creative. And Jordan, wasn't he wonderful? Jordan lives in my favorite state. So Arizona. Not that Texas isn't one of my favorites. It's one of my top favorites, Nikki, primarily because you live there. So Nikki lives in Dallas-ish area. And the three of us are Canadians. So you're surrounded by Canadians. We all live about, well, Rosemary and I live about a half an hour away from each other. Amanda and I live, on the other hand, about 2 hours away from each other, if not more. Maybe in the summertime, we'll see each other a bit more. So we're going to talk a little bit about the APLGO supplements that all four of us are associates for. So I had the pleasure of listening to Jordan Adler speak at the convention in Arizona, my favorite other state. And he's talking about Sedona, and that's where I want to live. I want to live in the same kind of place as Jordan does, because I love Sedona. So I made it to Sedona. This time it was amazing. I also had the pleasure of being at Tina and Kelly's house, which they were so wonderful enough to literally have like 50, 60 of us. I don't even know how many of us there was. They fed us. We hung out in their space. Kelly has this really cool, well, actually Kelly and Tina both have the chair and it kind of rocks. And I was in there, nobody would go in there all day. And I'm like, okay, I'm tired of being polite. I'm going into that chair. And I almost fell asleep. And then when I got out, there was a big lineup of everyone who wanted to go in there. So it was beautiful. So I just want to, talk briefly about the skincare because I don't actually have it here in Canada, but it is amazing because it was made by the owner's wife and she was pregnant with their first child. They now have 4 children. She was pregnant with their first child and she was looking for a skincare product that didn't have any chemicals. Couldn't find any. So what does a girl do when she can't find something? She creates her own. So she made this beautiful skincare line. I'm just going to say that the eye cream has malachite in it. How many skincare products do you know that have crystals in them? Yeah. And they're all packaged in these beautiful glass bottles. And they're not just any glass bottle. They're super high vibe Venetian glass bottles, the best glass in the world, right? So, and the rest of the product is just amazing. So if you have more questions, definitely come and speak to any one of us. I know I've tried it. I'm pretty sure. Did you guys ever try it, Nikki? I know you're in the US, so I know you tried it. And Rosemary, you never tried it? Not even like a little spray or anything? Okay. Oh, you're muted, Rosemary.
I'm always muted.
I will say that one of the most amazing things about it is the packaging.
Yes, It is.
It comes in this beautiful box, which in a moment I'll just nip off and get because I've kept the box. And there's so much care taken with everything else, the glass, the packaging. So imagine how much care is taken for the actual product. And I have the hydration spray, and it is wonderful.
It is.
So especially going into summer with the heat, you know, it's wonderful.
Really does help, right? Because you guys have dry heat where you're like,
well, we have very humid heat, but just with the heat, you end up, wiping your face and your skin dries out. And
that's right.
I have to share that I have mine because Marianne sent it to me as a gift. And
I have mine because Nikki sent me a birthday gift. So isn't that wonderful?
But that's one thing about APLGO. More than the products, it's the community. The people are amazing. We have an amazing community of people, and they're there to help. They're there to be friends. They're there to encourage. And that's been one of the most powerful things for me. That's how I really got to know Marianne and these other beautiful ladies here. So this isn't just a product. It's something that has a lot of care put into it. It's got a community that backs it up. And that always makes so much difference. So,
and it's such a great product. So that's the skincare product. So like I said, you have to be in the US or you have to go there to get it, or you have to have friends there who can send it to you. So Nikki had to order it. It came to her house. Then she had to send it to me. And it was like, oh my gosh, but I love Nikki and I love my friends and I love all my team and I love the product. So I'm super, super excited. Now let's start with Rosemary. I'm just going to go to the top. Rosemary, tell us about I really like your high heel testimonial the best. So.
All right. Thank you very much, Marianne. I always appreciate being on here. And I was introduced to APLGO, I'm going to say almost 2 years ago now. And like a lot of people, you go in with apprehension, right? About, is this going to work? It's just another one of those products. But I agreed to try it. And I tried it from 2 different perspectives. One was for my bone health and inflammation. And another one was for my asthma I had with breathing and sinuses, and I had a lot of issues around there. So speaking on Marianne's story that she mentioned, is as a background, I do have a lot of problems with my bones, poor bone density, and with that, I never wear heels. Even when I was married to a 6'7" man, once upon a time, I never wore heels. I have flats all the time because of my ankles were just not strong enough. So I tried the APLGO, and I'm just trying to see if I've got the product here. This one here, the SLD and the STP. SLD was for the inflammation, and STP was for pain, which I had a lot of. Anyway, I decided to try it, and I was getting ready for an event. And in that process, I decided I was going out and buying some new clothes for myself and pair of shoes. I needed a new pair of flats. Went into the shoe store and absolutely fell in love with a pair of heels. And I thought, oh, I have to have those heels. And I can't remember the last time I wore heels, but I bought it thinking I'll give it a try and just see how it goes. Maybe I'll last an hour, 2 hours. We'll see how it goes. And to that point, I'd actually started using those 2 products on a regular basis. Didn't really notice the impact because I really wasn't thinking about the impact of it. Until this day, on this event, I decided to wear the heels and got there, put them on, and thought, okay, we'll last an hour maybe. I totally forgot that I was even wearing them. It was one of those conferences, you're standing, you're walking, you're sitting, you're moving all the time. it was about 2:30 in the afternoon, after starting at 9 o'clock in the morning, that one of my coaches came to me and said how fabulous I looked in my heels. It was at that point I realized I was still wearing the heels. I hadn't taken them off. There was no pain, except that I was in them for a long time. But otherwise, there was no pain. So this is my testimonial to those products. They work. Don't know sometimes how they work, but the products that go into your bloodstream, and I know Marianne will talk about that further, but it goes to the root of where it needs to be, and it works. The second one had to do with my sinuses and breathing, congestion, allergies, and the same thing. I tried those products. Marianne has them up there now? Yes, they do. Air and Alt. Again, the same thing. I tried them before bed, actually. And after a couple of nights of doing that, I woke up absolutely breathing free. And that is not usual for me. I'm always congested, always have allergies. And it was a wow factor, to be honest. I thought, holy smokes, they work. Those are my testimonials. And again, been on them now for a couple of years, and I will not go off them. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Rosemary. These are the two products that earlier when we first started and Lori didn't make it, Nikki and I started talking about these. So this is the super duper lung cleanser air. What an appropriate name, don't you agree? And then Alt. As an alternative, this is what you can use for your allergies and your colds. So this will be for the lungs, and this will be more for the upper respiratory, which would cover bronchioles, sore throat, sinuses, that kind of thing. So colds and or allergies there. Okay. Amanda, would you grace us next with your testimonial? And big hello to Julia.
Hi, Julia.
Who's our fearless leader.
So I've been on the product, actually my 1 year just passed. So I've actually been on the product just over a year, and I am actually had really amazing results because I have taken many of the products regularly. And the one thing, well, there's many things, but the one thing that I've been noticing is that I don't get fatigued anymore. I actually don't get that afternoon crash. My weight is actually healthy again. My stomach is completely flat. I used to drink a lot of energy drinks, and they have a lot of sugar, a lot of caffeine. You get the crash out from that because you get a lot of caffeine quickly, and then when you come off it, you're even more tired. Lucky. And so I usually would take the STP, which is what I started with, and the GTS. And this is the one that I really love. This one tastes just like a Jolly Rancher, and it's one of my favorites. It literally tastes the same. Like if you gave me one of each, I probably couldn't tell the difference. But those were the ones that I got off the energy drinks with because I didn't get the fatigue in the afternoon anymore. I didn't get the cravings for sugar. And I also had a lot of issues with pain in my body as well. And I moved to the next product over the last year, was the SLD. And this one is for pain and inflammation. And many people know, like, I was in a really serious car accident about 10 years ago. And so when your body goes through something like that, you get a lot of inflammation and a lot of issues. So for me, that product, I was taking it twice a day, and I still take it, especially during certain times of the month for females. That was the other thing I want to talk about. That is a really good product for that as well. I get cramps. If you get cramps or stomach pain, it actually helps with that. And then I also take the Happy. This is another one of my favorites. I love this one. So this is the other one. So this one helps with mood, and it has a lot of good stuff in it. If you look at the ingredients, really good product. So if you get like seasonal depression, or you get like just mood issues regularly, maybe you're really reactive to the moon we were talking about earlier and stuff like that, or just like whatever is going on in life, this one is a really good one. You feel more grounded. For me, it was more grounding, like more calming and grounding. And I had more focus on what was going on around me. And then the last one that I will talk about, because it's another one of my favorites, because I have little kids in the house, and they started junior kindergarten this year. And so when kids go into school, they come home, they bring home every germ, every sickness, every disease. And I've been really lucky. I noticed over the last year that the way that if I get sick at all, if I get sick, it's for a day or two, and I just get a runny nose. I do not get like, so when you're sick and you're so congested, your throat's sore, you're tired, you can't do anything. Well, I don't get that anymore. I sneeze a little bit, and then I get a little bit of runny nose, and then I'm fine. So after like 2-3 days, I'm fine if I even get sick at all, because you can't dodge every sickness in life, but not when you have toddlers and they're sick like every other week. So I noticed that my immune system has over the last year been a lot stronger for me. So the GRW, that one is a AAA rated product. It's award winning. And during 2020, when all the stuff in the world was going on and it was like chaos, that was when our product won the award. So I really love that one. Julia can probably talk a little bit more about GRW, but for me, those are my favorite products. And just like I said, over the last year in general, I have had really good results. I feel better. I don't feel tired anymore. I don't get night sweats. My weight is like, my stomach is flat again. Of course, I work out a little bit, but I notice that I have the energy to work out. And for some reason, I don't have the belly, because I think the MLS one, mine is not with me right now. It's in my bathroom. That one is my favorite, another one of my favorites. And that one is a good one for if you're trying to cleanse all the parasites and toxins and all the yucky stuff out. And that's another one that I do regularly as well. But yeah, over last year, I've had really good results. So that's been my experience with the products. And obviously they taste good because they're candy and they're not messy, and you don't have to worry about like making a big mess in the kitchen, trying to make a shake, or, having a night table full of 800 bottles, because I was the worst one for that. So I don't have that anymore. I just have candies, and I can bring them anywhere.
I think your energy drink substitute is the biggest. Well, maybe not the biggest, but also the hormone, it's so hard. Like, there's so much hormone balancing required through a female's life. And not that the boys don't need it. Of course they do. Men need it as well, but oh my goodness. And yes, we will definitely have Julia speak on Grow, because she has gorgeous hair because of this baby. Go for it, Julia.
I'm so happy to see everyone. Is it my turn to talk already? I feel so blessed to be able to speak. It is so good to see Nikki and Rosemary and Amanda, and I'm always thrilled to see you, Marianne. But I have to say, seeing everybody else is just a joy. I haven't seen you guys in a hot minute, so I'm happy to see you all. We've been doing a lot of interesting new work recently with metaphysical and quantum discoveries around our products. And it absolutely excites and it actually thrills me to be able to talk about these things, because I knew that we had something unique and special here, but I didn't know how to put it into words. And it's interesting because the drops themselves, the candies, are not using a synthetic frequency. They actually hold the intelligence of nature. inside of them. And every lozenge is infused with the energetic blueprint of its ingredients. So when you let it dissolve under your tongue or in your mouth, and you have an intention around the product, your body knows exactly how to receive that message. This is something beautiful and wonderful. This time of year right now, we're kind of in a full moon period, right? We're coming a little bit out toward the end of the full moon here, but we're in a full moon that is absolutely beautiful and in more of a feminine space and more of a feminine spirit, but we're going definitely into a more masculine one with the next full moon for sure. But what I love so much about these products is the intentionality here and the usage of these products to feel better and to renew your energy, to stabilize and ground you, to calm you in a different kind of a way than we've always spoken about with the products. So yes, the ingredients themselves, absolutely incredible. First of all, they're grown in the cleanest environment. No pesticides, really fertile soil with a lot of robust minerals and nutrients and protein and just really clean, healthy soil. That's important, isn't it? Because if you're getting your food from a nutrient-rich environment, then the food itself will be more nutrient-rich. And I love that. But every ingredient also has a signature, right? An energetic signature and a frequency that we're all able to tap into with these products. If I were to eat enough bananas to get the nutrition that I need, it would probably be in the neighborhood of what, 30 bananas, 50 bananas? And I love bananas, but I don't think even as a banana split, I could manage that many. But what's great is that I can have the benefit of ingredients like bananas and the best possible health from that because of the way that we manufacture our products. So oftentimes we talk about what the ingredients specifically are, which are really unique, and how they're grown, which is really unique, and how the product is absorbed in your body, which is unique and which is powerful, and how it's manufactured is incredible. So we have all of these wonderful high-end methods of manufacturing, of ingredients, and of absorption. And all of those things culminate into being better for your body, which is so incredibly powerful. So a lot of the reasons why people who work in energetic medicine or people who are concerned with getting the highest quality of ingredients or working with things that are going to make you feel the very best, why they love our product so much is because of those three individual pieces and parts, okay? That you have something where the drop is actually the most high quality ingredients. It's manufactured at just the most unusual, interesting way. But one of the things that's so interesting about it is that when the ingredients are harvested at the height of their growth process and they're sent to our factory that we own, we don't send this to a factory where other things are being made, which is a lot of products. We're not doing that. We're sending it to our own factory where the actual ingredients are going to be infused with negative ion technology and the highest level of frequencies to break down the material, the actual fruit or botanical material itself, so that we're just getting the blueprint of the information that your body needs. This is important. This is very important because you don't want to be having anything that has to digest in your body to get the message. So Grow specifically was one of the first 3 products that I tried. The first one was for sleep and is our banana flavored product called RLX. When RLX was originally created, it was specifically created for anxiety. But the benefit, the side effect that was so powerful and so good for us was the deep restorative sleep that our bodies were able to gain from using RLX. You pop it out of the package, pop it into your mouth, let it dissolve in your mouth, and boom, it helps you to fall asleep, or at least clear your mind so that you're not overwhelmed with thoughts. But the second product I used was Grow. Now, I probably could eat boxes of Grow by the hour. I think it tastes so good. It is so darn yummy. It tastes like grape, like Hubba Bubba, or Concord grape. It's a little tart, a little sweet. Like Amanda was saying, it's like you couldn't tell the difference between a Jolly Rancher and this product. So sometimes people think, oh, it's beneficial because it's this good for you candy. Well, it's way beyond that. It's going to help you with your mood and mood stability, but not like an upper, and not like a product that's going to artificially help you feel better. This is going to be right from your heart and your inner being. The chakras that are associated with each of these products are also very exciting. We do have the information about which product, which chakra. I'm looking right now to see if I can find the specific one for Grow. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. I'm sorry, I'm looking at what's up for beauty. I was studying the BTY product, which is specifically for your inner beauty, as well as your how you look on the outside. What's interesting here is that we can take a look at our products from the ingredient perspective, the manufacturing, the energetic frequency, the chakras, and the emotional healing and emotional benefits, but also from the quantum codes. If you've ever looked at Grabavoy numbers, you can look at the products from that perspective. I think that our products are absolutely so exciting. I can't get enough of studying them, looking at them from across many different, different angles. Even the moon phases, which is the ideal moon phase for which individual product and ingredient. So I've been doing some studies with that recently. I find it to be thrilling and exciting, and I almost get overwhelmed with the information. It just, to me, it's so incredible. So I'm looking here. Interestingly enough, when it comes to Grow, more than any of the other products, what I experienced with Grow was a mood boost. I felt like everything was going to be okay. And when I was introduced to this product, it was during COVID, when things were not okay. So it was at a time when I really needed that. But at the same time, I introduced our product that was specifically for stamina. So this mood and immunity product and this stamina product, and I put them together, Grow and GTS. And my hair just started growing and growing and growing. It wasn't as healthy as I wanted it to be, and it got really long. It got down past my waist, all the way down to my seat. And what I realized is I needed something that was going to make it thicker and stronger, and that's where BTY came in. And think about it, if on the outside of your body you're seeing something that needs a little help, the inside of your body does too. So for me personally, I needed more collagen, and it was obvious. It was obvious. My knees, my ankles, my wrists popped like popcorn at the movie theater. I sounded like Snap Crackle Pop when I came walking. And I realized I really needed some collagen boosting. And that's where the BTY and the BRN, Beauty and Brainy, come in. So those ingredients are incredible. I could talk all day, so I don't want to do that, because I don't want for Marianne to say, get off the screen, Julia. But I do want to share with you that if you're wondering how these are working for you, and you realize that we're all energy, you'll realize that these are going to work in your body at the molecular nano level and really helping you to be better in all ways. And I'm excited that we're sharing this with you, and that this information can be shared whether you're a medical professional, or you're an energetic medicine professional, or someone whose feet hurt. Because I'm one of those people in that category. I was a person who had aches and pains and couldn't stay awake or couldn't sleep or whatever, and these solved those problems. And now I'm learning so much more. Thanks for letting me share, Marianne.
Thank you for coming on here and sharing. Isn't her hair gorgeous? I mean,
Ooh,
she's gorgeous. Look at her hair. Holy
Thank
toly.
you.
Show
Yeah,
us
it's
your
really.
Show us some more hair, because
Show
that's
us some more hair. Okay, let's see.
this
I have
is
a brush
I
for
love
today.
this product. This with where did I put the Grow, guys? Okay.
It's back down to my waist again.
Here. These two, greenish and
I
purple.
had-
This is my Tiffany.
I I had cut it off to when we went to Arizona. I
Yeah.
had cut it had gotten to here,
Uh-huh.
and I cut it to here,
Uh-huh.
and I guess now it's been what, a month and a half. So it probably grows. I bet you it grows about 5 inches a month now or something like that. It grows so much. Like I can't keep up with hair dye. So I love to color my hair. I love to color my hair. And I cannot keep up with it. So I just color my hair when I for certain specific things because I can't keep up with it. It grows too quickly. I'd be doing it weekly. So I I don't want to do that.
It's beautiful. It's gorgeous, gorgeous hair. And we had a fun time in Arizona. And we had even more.
Oh,
Well, I don't know about even more. I mean, it's different fun. Arizona
different
was
fun.
fantastic because I love
Yes.
Arizona, but I've never been
Yes.
to Dominican. So we had so much fun in Dominican, especially Julia. With
Yes, I
and
did.
stuff. But yeah,
I broke my thumb. It was so fun. Right away when we first got there, I was having a wonderful fun time and slipped and fell on a jetty. And anyway, very comical.
ended up in the hospital and had a blast after that. So yes,
It's true. And you always know I'm coming. The word KLUTZ. I don't even want to say it out loud, but that is me. I tend to be a KLUTZ.
oh,
Klutz.
you're not a klutz at all. You're not a
Two left
klutz.
feet. My two sisters have rhythm and dance, and they move and all the things, and then I come stumbling into the room.
And I lost my roommate to her because she
That's
needed
right.
help
I
because
needed
she
help
was broken wrist and thumb and
on my right
gum.
hand, on my dominant hand too. So yeah, it was funny.
Yeah. So
Oh,
anyway, but it
that's
was
great.
fun. We have a lot of fun and we travel a lot. And Julia is so my sponsor, all of these beautiful ladies that you see here, I'm their sponsor, but my beautiful sponsor, Linda, who is at work right now
Yes,
and
she is.
not able to make it. So Linda and then Julia is Linda. So Julia's our head queen. Well, Tina, Julia, Linda.
Tina's the queen, right? She might be the empress. I might be the queen.
We have so much fun. And we had so much fun because we did, in what do we do in Dominican? We went and we did what's it?
Don't remember.
No, what's it called? Escape
We
room.
went to an escape room. Oh my God.
We had
So
so much fun.
one day, a small group of us were chosen to go to this escape room with Tina, Tina and Kelly are the king and queen of escape rooms. If you've never done one, they are so fun. But when you do them with people who know what they're doing the whole way through, oh my gosh, because Marianne and I were like, what do we do now? What should we do next? But we had such a good, it's so nice when you're selected in a small group to do something. It feels so good because you get to do something fun together, and we did that. It
Yeah.
was just beautiful. We were selected because I had broken my hand, so I couldn't go on the regular hike with everyone else.
Well, that hike was long. And so I think we had more
Yeah,
fun.
14 hours, right? They went for a 14-hour tour and hike and things like that. And
A
with what I was
3-hour tour.
right, with what I was dealing with, 14 hours was out of the question. Tammy jumped on with us. It's so nice to see Tammy too. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm the luckiest girl. You guys
Tammy,
are all
tell
here.
us about
Bless
your
you.
testimonial while we have you here because she has to get back to work too. So
Oh, yes, and I could chitty chat all day.
I'm at home today. I don't go. I get to work from home lots of different times for different projects. So, yeah, you know what? I'm happy to be on here. Thank you so very much. And I love the title on authentic leadership because I've met a lot of people over my 20s. I'm in my 20s right now. Who call themselves a leader. But what I love mostly about Marianne and Julia and all these other lovely ladies here is that the leadership that they have is coming from a space where they really care. And I feel that authentic leadership needs to be celebrated as opposed to, it's a title, but it's like saying someone's a dad when they're not a dad, if that makes sense, or someone's a mom and they're not really a mom. So honestly and truly, like the leadership from every one of the people I've met through APLGO has been stellar. No comparison. And I love APLGO simply because I was that girl who thought I didn't need anything. I'm the,
Uh-huh.
I'm the Energizer Bunny. I'm not sleeping. You know, they told me that I was anemic and I don't know, I was going to lose, I don't know, I was going to pass out. You know, I should be tired and ask my husband all these questions. Gave me a
Mhm.
blood transfusion because my body was so used to operating at a certain space. And then Marianne said, you know, you want to have these? I'm like, yeah, I'll try it. You know, I've had vitamins. And then when you don't use them, that's when you know that you really need them. So just
Right.
recently, I fell twice just in the past 3 weeks
Oh no.
on my stairs. One,
Oh.
and then another time down here in the floor where it was just wet when I had mopped it and I mopped it and I missed the spot of drying it. And did I know that how quickly STP and SLD gave me relief.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
went through a whole sleeve of these because you said the candy, they taste so good. They taste so good. So I noticed it within hours of
Yes.
whatever stiffness, how I knocked myself, that I didn't feel it anymore. And it's
Right.
because of this SLD. Now I'm a fan of Grow as well. It's helped me out in many ways. I feel like my skin's better.
Mhm.
Definitely more toned. And with my hair, when I had my hair out, I went to a party a couple of weekends ago. They were like, "What the heck happened to your hair?" I'm like, "Well, it always has grown, but now it's even more." And I'm eating them too much, apparently. And I usually have a problem with my allergies. One of my kids was with somebody who has cats, and I'm allergic. And
Oh.
so I had her pop some of these and also myself. And voila, I was good to go. And I'm eating this one RLX during the day. Now,
Really?
I am taking it during the day. It doesn't make me tired. I think some people think it just makes you pass out. But what I found with myself, can I get any happier? I know we have a happy, but for some reason, I don't. Someone said I don't need it, but I don't. I have no idea why. But I'm having the effect of more energy with this one, and I'm taking
Mhm.
it during the day. And also, I'm actually more happier. The things that usually bother me, and there's a lot. There's a lot.
Uh, oh
I don't know if
my.
it's because I'm getting older and some of these inefficiencies have always been there with these people and how they run a business and how they don't run a business, blah, blah, blah. This here has been a saving grace for me. I don't know what it is, but you know what? Now I don't have to fill up my plate with all these vegetables, all these fruits,
Right.
the certain kind of nuts, this kind of food, because that's a lot of food to eat. If I was going to get everything that I needed, that my body needs, I would
Mhm.
have, well, my
Mhm.
desk, I'm sitting at my desk would be full. You would think like I was at a buffet, but it was only me. So the good thing about this for me with APL Go, I don't have to, you know, force myself to think, oh my gosh, I didn't only had, 3 sets of vegetables. I only had 2 of this. I need more calcium. This does the brain work for me.
Mhm.
So thank
Mhm.
you so much, APL Go.
You're so cute.
That is so fun. Can I share something with you
The
because Tammy,
relax
you just
definitely
reminded
takes
me.
the edge off. Sorry.
I don't know
Yeah,
why, but it really does.
Hey, it does. It just does.
I was thinking about what Tammy was just speaking about with the cat, the
Mhm.
allergy and the cat, and also with Rosemary with some pain. And Amanda, you were talking about pain and stiffness as well. And the other day I was on a call, and I don't know if you've tried this because I haven't, but I do recommend that you try it. If you take one of our drops, and in your case, Tammy, alt, and put it like one of those tiny little spray bottles, a travel size spray bottle where you add maybe an ounce or a half an ounce of water. And in this case, you can use a small amount of water with an alt, for instance, or for pain, you could use stop or slide and add it to a spray water bottle. You can use it topically on your body. So for allergies, you could use it. You could spray it up your nose to protect your sinus cavities from the dander. If you started getting itchy, you could use it. If you had a mosquito bite or a bug bite, you could use it on your skin that way and topically. And for pain, You can use it that way as well, or stiff muscles. And you can also use it as eye drops. So Tammy, if you got some dander near your eye or in your eye, or, you know, an outdoor issue or something like that, you could use it in your eye as an eye drop. Isn't that beautiful? And
Wow.
many of the members of our team have been doing that. And I have really not, I've done it with the dogs. That's how we give our dogs their products. But we also have feral cats, so you can drop some, like MLS for an anti-parasitic in their water dish. Isn't that fabulous?
It's
I mean, it's just-
fantastic. But you know
it's
what?
just
They taste too darn good for me to put in the water.
There you go.
I love that you said that, and I'm going
Yes.
to definitely recommend that to people. But guess what? These babies, I'm popping these things. I have a jar that says Jubes and Skittles. Let me tell you, I don't even
They
touch
go in
them
there as
anymore.
your jujubes
They
and
don't, I don't
Skittles.
touch them
Okay.
anymore. They taste too darn good to. Why would I put water in it? I'm sorry, but they
That
just
is
taste
so
too darn good
cute.
for
I
me.
love
But I love
I
that.
love it. Yes, I love that you said that. That is so good. Yes, absolutely.
And Skittles.
Why bother?
and all.
Why would I do that and deprive myself? Like Amanda said, it's helping her with her cravings. Why would she do that? She likes the effect that she's got. Yes, okay. Well, don't do that then. But if you have a little kid or somebody in your life who gets a mosquito bite or gets a bee sting, you know, all those terrible things that can happen to us, then you have a method to help those little people. Not you, but your little people. I love it. Oh my goodness. You guys are so fun.
Can we talk about MLS for a little bit? Because I think this is one of the most powerful drops that we have
Mm-hmm.
in the company. Not because the other ones aren't powerful, they of course are, but this is the center focal point of almost everything. Everything that starts in the microbiome, this will heal, balance, fix. I don't know what else to say. Yes, it kills off parasites, a lot of them, 250 different kinds. So
Yeah.
yes, I give it to my dog and I take it because I love my dog. I kiss him, I hug him. I'm sure he's carrying all kinds of parasites. I don't care. I'm not gonna
Goodies, extra passengers.
extra passengers. And this is what we use to get off the train. You're not welcome here. Not to mention, if you want a smaller tummy, this is your magic pill right here. That's it. That's what I want to say about that. Now, the complement to that one is this one, of course, HPR, which is the liver detox, mild detox, super liver support. I don't know anyone who is over 40 who doesn't need a liver support. Either you're perimenopausal or you're menopausal if you're a female. And if you're a guy, I don't think you're exempt from any of this. I think you're getting the same thing we are. You're just different, and we're not calling it menopause, even though men is in the word. I don't know why we're not calling it menopause, but there you go. And it's not all about what you're drinking. This isn't about what you're drinking and alcohol. This is not just for alcoholics. This is for foodaholics. Hello, foodaholics.
Oh, yeah, food addiction.
Foodaholic.
But my husband, who when he likes to drink when he goes to Las Vegas, that is his absolute favorite candy, his
Yeah.
favorite drop, and he loves to tell the story about how we've gone on several of these business fun things, you know, together, and he always overdoes it. And the next day, he always has to be somewhere bright and shiny with a smile on his face. And the very first time that happened, he was hurt and puppy. And he woke up, and as he got on the elevator to go down a few flights of stairs at 7 a.m, he popped an HPR. Went. By the time he got to the first floor, he was fine, no hangover.
See?
And yes,
And
it's
then
a
to
terrible
add a
story.
happy
My mother
there-
would be appalled.
Add a happy in there, and we're ready to roll. Or if you're Tammy, then you can just add a relax. And
Just
then
add a relax if you're Tammy. That's right.
Yeah, that's all.
Tammy's just happy. She doesn't realize she was already happy. She brought
You're
happy
already
to the
happy.
party.
You just took
You
the
were
edge
happy
off.
already. That's right. You brought happy to the party.
I don't want to miss out on NRM for our diabetics or anyone who is insulin resistant like me. I'm insulin resistant. If I'm not careful, I would be definitely diabetic. Or
Mhm.
you know, people say inevitable that you're going to be diabetic when you're older. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, but this helps. This will literally lower your blood sugar. You know, it works a little different on each person, even though we all put it into our mouth. All of us, it travels through the mucosal membrane. It does that for all of us, but each person has a different system. You may have more toxins than I do, or you may have less toxins than I do. It might take a little longer for you. It might take a little shorter. This works fairly quickly, and it does take down your blood sugar naturally. Naturally. Bitter melon does the same thing, but it tastes horrifying. Have you tried bitter melon? Has anyone here tried bitter melon?
It's called bitter melon. No, none of us have tried that.
I've tried it. Bitter melon looks like a cucumber with warts. That's kind of what it looks
Oh, sexy.
Berry. And it tastes just about like that. So not my thing, but hey, it does work. I do not want this hour to go without bringing this puppy into the mix. This has shocked me how good it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I can't even tell you. Brain fog from being menopausal, perimenopausal, diabetic, not diabetic, I don't know. People who have tumors, people who have had tumors removed, people who need to focus, people who are studying, people who are autistic mildly, a lot more than mildly. What's the other one? ADD, ADHD, and
OCD.
dementia. I have seen clarity of mind. I don't mean it's clear like you were 20. Okay. Nobody here is like, it is a magic, it's not that magic. Okay. Like, we're not going back to our 20s, but I have had clients that have had pretty full-blown dementia that have been out of control with their family members. And I'm talking like a retired nurse is taking care of her sister, that kind of thing. And she could not manage her sister, who was super light. She weighed like a feather, honestly. And she just couldn't manage her until she started taking 3 of these a day. My friend was beside herself. She came to visit. She hasn't been able to, her sister has not been able to recognize her for 2 years. She came to visit her. They had a 2-hour conversation about their childhood.
Wow.
She had to, the sister who takes care of her had to go pick up a car. So this was the only time she left her, you know, with her other sister. So she goes, I came, and she was out of control. So she took one, you know, like, this is what they look like. She took one out of the package. She tried to give it to her. She wouldn't take it. She threw it. She took another one and another one. She threw it like a kid, you know, like, no, I'm not going to do this. This happened 5 times. Okay. So now these things were sprinkled all over, and she somehow gathered all 5 of them, cleaned them out, put them on the table. And she goes, you're going to take these. You're going to take these. She went to go get something. Her sister goes, oh, what are these? Takes all 5 of them, puts them into her mouth, and proceeds to swallow them, or whatever she did. I don't really know. I wasn't there. And she was like, calls me and goes, okay, is anything going to happen? She just took all 5 of them. I go, no, it's like having 5 bananas. Like we talked earlier, 5 apples, 5 grapes. I don't know.
Right.
It's what it is. It's maybe not ideal. Maybe you don't have, I don't know. I think it's just fine. Well, they sat down about an hour after she calmed down. They sat down and talked for 5.5 hours about their childhood, about their from Indonesia. They talked about Indonesia, like she was naming off places in Indonesia, like that she hasn't been there. Like she was in her 80s, like she was 82 at the time. She hadn't been there in 70 years or more, who knows how long. And she was naming places, she was naming people. And my friend's like, oh my God, she goes, do you know how good this product is? And I go, yeah, I do. Now you know it too. And she goes, I don't think I want to give her 5 every day. I think it's 3, you know, throughout the day, because her sister just couldn't manage her at all. And I mean, she's a nurse, she's a professional nurse. She had to bathe her, she had to do all kinds of stuff, and she just couldn't handle her. And she goes, without this, I can't. And Yeah, so I've had some really great results. I now have the last person that joined the company with this. He's an ex-judge. He's out in the US and he is 80, I want to say 86 or 87. And he goes, I really like these, they really help me stay clear. And I mean, he's a smart guy. Sit down and have a conversation with him. He's awesome. And as you can imagine, he's full of all kinds of wonderful stories. And he goes, I can't get my wife to take them though, because she's got early onset dementia because she's significantly. We'll take them and put them into a glass of water and just give it to her. And just give it to her. And he goes, really? And I go, just like lukewarm, like not lukewarm, like room temperature. Just let her, let her have it. And so that's what they're doing now, and they're enjoying them. And he gets 3 boxes for the 2 of them. Somehow they share them. I'm not sure. That's probably going to have to go up because he himself takes 3 a day. So that's how he's been taking them. And he goes, wow, he goes, this is really good stuff. And he's very conservative. Like he would not say this if this wasn't actually true. Like he can feel the difference. Right. So yeah, amazing.
Right.
So I don't want.
And he has no reason. He has no reason to make that up either. That's a real experience he's having, right?
I do. Sure. How much time? Where are we at with time? Oh yeah. Okay, I have just enough time. I want to talk about these 2 powerful, crazy, awesome, amazing products. So PFT. I'm now on my 2nd route. I'm almost at 13 pounds, not quite. I just hit 12 pounds and a half from my winter weight that I've lost. And donated to the university. I don't want to find it.
Donated.
I don't want to find it again.
Generously donated.
Generously. Whoever wants it, it's all yours. All you skinny people out there looking to gain weight, knock yourself out. They're out there, 12 and a half. And I'm going down more. This wonderful product will eat away at your visceral fat. It will literally create some freedom for your organs to breathe. And it will be absolutely amazing. Life is easier with this product. For me, I'm a foodie. We've already discussed that. This helps the end. This one, I'm not going anywhere until I talk about this one first. This is now the love of my life. Well, this, and then maybe a few more. And MLS. This is a stem cell regenerator in a beautiful little, that's probably not the one, but it's in a beautiful little package in a candy. Stem cell regeneration has never been so easy. No needles, no surgeries, no nothing. Stem cell regeneration and telomere extension. This coupled with this, and it'll be like, what's dementia? And not because you forgot. Not because you forgot, but because you won't know what it is. I'm telling you this right now. These 2 are my best friends at 63. These are my best friends because I've always been, the kind of girl who likes food. This is my other best friend. Anyways, I just wanted to say that about that. Any final words for all of us? Yay, Michelle. Any final words from any of us, from any of you? Anybody want?
Yeah, I do have one final word, which is we just talked about a lot of individual products, but there's a really amazing opportunity that our company has afforded us, which is not only can we get these products at a substantial reduction in price because we can purchase them wholesale from Marianne, but they put together packages of products that will work together synergistically so that you can even get a package value. And right now, free shipping, whether you live in the United States or in Canada. So that's a beautiful thing.
It sure is, because I buy a lot, because I do trade. I do trade shows, and if you do trade shows, you should definitely give me a call because I have packages already for you people. Wait, I gotta show you one. They're so good. So good. Look at this. Look at this. Michelle and I are gearing to do a trade show in in Harmony, Pennsylvania. Is that right?
Oh,
Yes. Because I get mixed up Pennsylvania with Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh is a city and Pennsylvania is a state. So yes,
and
so
Pittsburgh is in Pennsylvania, so you're good there. You're safe either way.
Pittsburgh is in Pennsylvania, and Harmony is about 45 minutes away from, well, 45 minutes says Michelle.
No, it's like 30. It's like 30 minutes.
30 minutes because she
I like
drives fast. So it's
The
45.
name Harmony, that's pretty. Harmony,
Who doesn't want to live in Harmony?
right?
Uh-huh.
I live in
Uh-huh.
peace and harmony. I love that.
So we're going to do a trade show there. We're going to put our own trade show on. And we're going to do
Awesome.
there's a Christmas show we're going to do, and then we're going to create our own wellness expo and a few other things, which we'll talk about once we have a date for everybody, right? So
Beautiful.
thank you, ladies, for taking the time out of your crazy busy schedules. Each one of these women are entrepreneurs and busy with their own lives. Rosemary is a mortgage agent. Tammy, I don't know. There's so much. Do you want to say what you do? Because I don't want to say one thing because it's not one thing.
People know me for sales and marketing, but I'm working with people to help them to not dread the dreaded phone call, those cold calls. I'm helping people with that area.
So sales and marketing.
Yeah.
Nice.
So more sales and marketing.
Beautiful.
And all of you ladies owe me a chapter because my book's we need to start putting stuff together. And Michelle's doing the forward. So Amanda,
that's cool.
of course, is busy with her books and mine because she's my editor. And Julia, well, she's our queen. So she's just busy with
The
all
queen,
of us.
the
Me in
princess.
particular. Jules, can you tell me this? Jules, I'm driving. I have nothing in front of me. What's this? Blah, 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 blah. Like if I don't irritate
You're
her.
so funny. You're so funny. I love you.
20 questions.
Well, I love you all. It's good to see you. And Michelle, it's really good to see you in person. I don't know if you and I have ever seen each other in person before. I've seen
don't
your
think
picture,
so.
your little tiny picture, but I haven't seen you in person. So it's good to meet you too.
Here I am, live and in person.
Live
Well.
and in person, coming to you from Zoom land.
Oh, thank you all so much for
Bye, girls.
all of your
Nice
testimonials.
to see you, Julia.
Michelle
too.
and I are
Bye,
going to
guys.
talk about this now because